Let's go ahead and talk about presenting and receiving awards. Both sides of the podium there usually have short speeches. Both types of speeches are usually marked by gratitude. So the organization shows gratitude to the recipient by giving them an award to honor their work. The recipient shows gratitude to the organization and the larger meaning of the award. Now, on the presentation side, if you're presenting an award speech is kind of like an introductory speech, right? You're informing and praising the person receiving the award. But we do have another element, the award itself and what it symbolizes. So basically, you need to triangulate what you say in terms of the award, its values, and the recipient. And I think in that way, you do want to talk about the meaning of the award. So some in the audience might not know specifically what the award recognizes. And that's especially true at events where there may be multiple awards being given out. So in your comments, you might want to talk about why the award is handed out. What does it honor? If it's a named award, you might provide a brief background on the person the award honors. Relatedly, what traditions are associated with the award? Who else has received it? One thing you might do is ask other recipients of this award in the audience to stand up and everybody can applaud for them. I think that can often work well. I think it showcases the community around that award. Now, if you do something like that, you should know if other recipients are present in the audience. You don't want to be like, do we have any other lifetime award recipients here this evening? No, maybe they all died. I should watch the video on eulogies, right? So you want to know if they're there, but if they are, you can have them stand up. So I do think you want to spend some time talking about the award itself and the values it represents. Now you should also talk about why the recipient earned the award. So if the meaning of the award sets up some criteria, then you want to show how the recipient fulfilled those criteria. If the award values service to the community, then you talk about how the recipient lived that value in their work. Just as in an intro speech, you're going to talk about their accomplishments, but here those accomplishments are evidence for why they deserve the award and how they're making an impact. So from an arrangement standpoint, you might put your award speech together like this. You can start out with an opening, maybe you move over to a story, you describe the award, its history and values, you talk about the subject and how they exemplify the values of the award, and then you build up to the applause and hand it over. That's more or less the model followed by Congressman Bobby Rush in his speech talking about awarding the civil rights activist Rosa Parks with a Congressional Gold Medal. The Congressional Medal is one of the highest civilian awards here in the U.S. So in that speech, he starts out with an introduction saying basically, Rosa Parks deserves the Congressional Medal. Then he talks about her background and the key point in her fight for civil rights. Then he talks about how her actions led to the dismantling of segregation laws. And then he ends by urging us all in the audience to live her values of ending discrimination and inequality. So I think that works well as an arrangement. Now, in the act of presenting itself, I think it wouldn't hurt to have the award on display with you as you speak, right? If it's a small one, it can be up there on the podium. Call the person up at the end of the comments. Basically, you say their name, they come up. And just like in introductory speeches, you should build to the applause that's going to cover the walk from their seat to the podium. Right? You want to make sure people are applauding enough that it's going to, the applause is going to carry the entire transit from seat to podium. When they get up there, maybe you stand to the side of the podium and present them the actual award. Assume someone wants to take a photo at that point, just make it easy for them to do that. Okay? So that's presenting an award. Let's say you're set to receive one. Okay, what do you say? Well, above all, be modest. Obviously, you don't want to go up there and be like, thank you for the award. I totally deserve it. It is a testament to your worth as an organization that you saw and recognized my awesomeness. Smell you later. Mic drop, right? You don't want to do that. Don't be a jerk, right? Spread the love. Who else helped you? Who else deserves credit? Don't ignore your accomplishments, but this is a time to demonstrate your appreciation to others. Now, by the same token, don't list every single person you've ever met, right? You've seen those speeches. They're like, Jim, Mandy, you were great. Who else? Pickle Man, always there. I love you. John, Johnny, Jeremiah with a J, Jeremiah with a G, right? And they keep going on and on. No, that's too much, man. You got to dial that back. Mentioning a couple of other people seems appropriate. Certainly, you want to express respect to the organization giving you the award. What values do they represent that make their recognition of you all that much more touching? You might highlight some of the values of the event or the organization you represent. So if you won an award for your work with a nonprofit or something, right, you go up there and you can talk about the award, but also you can put in a little bit of discussion of the values of your nonprofit. Certainly, you can use some humor. I think some self-effacing humor helps with modesty, right? You don't take yourself too seriously. But if you're using humor, be very clear that you're taking the award seriously. So you do all that, and then finally, as you accept an award, you got to end with a solid thank you closer, right? Thank you for this award. Thank you to my colleagues. I want to thank everyone here this evening. This is fantastic, right? You're building up, ending on a solid thank you. So awards are great times. They're points of recognition for work and shared value. Enjoy them and show gratitude.